people face now, like you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular. It's getting that person money. It's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. Right. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome to another episode of Salacious Couch. We are here. We are your hosts, and I'm going to start to the far right of me. I can hear me. Can you hear me?
Is your pack on?
Yeah, you know you always.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Good. Everybody.
Well, look, I don't know what to tell you. This is that faulty equipment. I had to my far right.
She make it sound like I'm in another room.
I'm so used to you being right here.
True. But you know, we gotta shake things up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Sometimes.
She's pissed at me tonight, y'all. She don't want to be near me.
I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. And I feel like it's your fault. No, I'm just like
the lovely, the salacious Dr. Wren.
Hey everybody, it's good to be back.
And to my right, you know, it's the strong,
you know, Red,
the manly. He brings balance to us.
He does do that. He anchors us down and keeps us from floating away.
DaBrahmabull.
What's
going on, everybody?
I appreciate that.
No problem.
And I am, of course, Charlemagne the Godlike.
Oh my God.
Co-ed.
The Godlike.
No, that's his name, Charlemagne the God.
I know, so you said Charlemagne.
Charlemagne the God.
Like. Got it.
I don't want to say knockoff or generic, because you know I'm a god in my own right. I should have been on American Gods, but...
So what American God would you have been?
The one that was sucking people in.
I've been told.
I steal souls.
Mind them all. I don't know, I probably would have been an ancient god.
Maybe.
I could have seen you being the leprechaun. No, not because of that.
I know.
The leprechaun is 6 feet tall in this day.
I know. But it was just...
It had nothing to do with the height. It's just his
personality, his attitude.
I can see the attitude wise.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're not 6 feet tall, so...
Says who?
Look. We all got degrees. People's perception is their reality.
That is true.
In my mind, I'm 6 feet
tall.
Okay.
And 3 inches.
Even better.
Now,
NBA
measuring tape, that might be something different. Right. In reality.
This is not reality. It's in my mind.
Got it.
Her perception.
Shit, in my mind, there are several other people.
That's scary.
No, it isn't. We have so much fun.
Yeah, I caught it earlier today. I was like, why are you talking like Venom? People saying we gonna do this today. I'm like, what?
At least you're never lonely.
Child, ain't that the truth? But I can't be left alone. I cannot be left unsupervised. God on this truth. I do some weird shit when I'm by myself.
Everybody does. I mean, that's the whole thing about being by yourself. You lower your guard, you let inhibitions out the window, and your natural self will take control. Whatever that natural, uninhibited place is, that will become your reality.
Baby, I am so childlike, I do not need to be left alone.
So, you know, we haven't seen each other for a couple weeks.
I know, it seems like forever. We have not talked. It's so much stuff has happened, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't talked to anybody about all the craziness.
So I was scrolling through social media, and somebody made a post about one of the current female artists, Cardi B.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if you up on it. And I had to tell her yesterday
that maybe or she's accused of.
No, she admitted.
She admittedly
said
drugged people, guys, and stole.
Had sex with guys, drugged them, and stole their money.
Yeah.
So it had me thinking, like, this is hypocrisy at its finest, because Rick Ross lost a Pepsi deal for just saying that in an alert.
Right.
Put Molly's in women drinks and something along those lines of drugging them, and he never did it. It was just
part of the lyrics.
Right. He lost his Pepsi deal.
So are you thinking she should lose her awards?
See, that's my whole point is, why is there different standards for the guys?
Is it though? Like, I'm not saying she shouldn't be.
I have yet to hear any backlash.
Has anybody like come?
But one guy came forward so far, and New York did said he's within the statute of limitations, so he can file charges and all that stuff.
Okay.
But, it's not
I mean, I feel like just like everybody else, like she should, like if she's accused, you know, by someone, not just her admitting to doing it, but actually being accused by someone, that person deserves a fair, you know, shot at whatever they, you know, if they want her punished for her actions or some sort of reparations, you know, then I feel like they should have their day in court, just like anybody else that was, you know, that accuses someone. I also feel like she should have her say in whatever it is, you know. I feel like it's hard to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I couldn't justify her not having any, you know, sort of repercussions for that behavior. I mean, she tends to own the shit she has done in her past. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I did it. Like, I'll own it. You know, I'll do what I have to do to, you know. Like, she tends to be very responsible for herself and even her younger, more, what's the word I'm looking for? Her wilder self, you know, pre-parent self, you know. So if he wants to have his day in court, by all means, I think he should do that. I think Cardi should show up. I think she should be honest and bring representation, of course, you know. And, you know.
Fuck that. Admit nothing. You know what?
Well, she already admitted, so it's not like that's public knowledge now.
That's the reason why the person.
That's why I said go be honest.
Here's the thing.
But she could also recant.
Here's the thing: was the guy
didn't say nothing until
he said he knew she did something, but he couldn't prove it until she admitted it.
But did she admit that she did it to him?
Not him per se.
Oh, but just that she did it to someone. So I mean, like, then we don't know if this guy is even being honest. He may be just looking for a payday at this point.
But okay, so again, we can say that about the guys. We said, you know what I mean, that was.
No, I agree.
You know, people will say, "Oh, you blaming the victim," and I'm playing devil's advocate. I mean, I like Cardi B, just like I defended R. Kelly. And you're right. If you go to court, I mean, that's up for the courts to decide if she really did it. I'm just saying she did admit to doing that. At least R. Kelly and Bill Cosby never admitted to this.
They still won't admit. They won't own their followers.
So
nope, none of them. But you know what? Is that different? And do you think that's a male versus female thing?
No, I think that's just somebody saying, "Look, I'm not gonna. You gotta have proof." Like she said, you gotta prove it to me. I ain't meant nothing.
Right.
Especially if you know something that's gonna take you away for years.
And that's the difference between the guys and the girls.
But I think me personally, I don't think she thought it was as bad as it could be.
Maybe.
I think she was talking about just her time in the industry
when she was younger and just being a little wild and crazy like they all are.
I had to make my money. I had to make my come up. That's how I made my come up. She probably was thinking about it in terms of like you selling drugs. Like back in the day, I used to sell drugs. I was hustling.
Right.
I fucked a little crackhead here. You know what I mean? So she probably was thinking like
on that line that was her
good stories, not realizing
that it's very different than selling drugs, right?
So why you think She shouldn't be. You say she shouldn't be reprimanded at all for none of this?
No.
Why not?
I'm not saying that she should not be.
Oh,
okay.
Because again, I mean, playing devil's advocate. But she admitted it, so you really can't do.
Yeah, you can't do much with it. Like, she admitted it, so you know.
I just wish she learned what to say.
Social media.
Let me say this. Cardi B is similar to myself. We say things out of our mouths and don't think about the repercussions.
Right. It happens.
Shit. All the time.
All the time.
Because again, it's not like, because we're open people. We don't lie.
Right.
We live our life very openly. So again, if you have a question, I'm not going to lie to you. This is what the fuck I did. I'm not embarrassed by it, but this is what I had to do to survive or get by. Like being an ex-dancer myself, I've often been asked, so did you fuck for money? No, I didn't. I don't even like to be touched.
Right.
I recently was asked, am I hypersexual?
Why?
Because we're constantly talking about sex. I actually now have the perception that I'm hypersexual.
Did you talk about sex?
Because I talk about sex, because we play and joke around in the office. And I'm like, no, I'm not hypersexual at all. I just love to discuss sex.
It's fine.
I am.
Yeah.
I enjoy it myself.
Talking about sex is almost like having sex.
It can be. I mean, well, when you think about it, like, sex brings, you know, it satisfies certain urges. The conversation about sex satisfies a lot of those urges, except for like maybe one or two. So, I mean, you're still getting, you know, going in the same direction.
But see, for me, I say, look, when I do have sex, I'm fucking awesome at it. I will alter your life with my sex game, male or female. But I'm not hypersexual. I don't have a lot of sex.
No, but you don't have to. Like, I think people, like, get certain things, like, kind of mixed up because they think just because it's something that you think about, something, like, it's like a hobby. But I mean, like, so because it's sex, you can't be interested in understanding the ins and outs of it, discussing it the same way we would discuss a book or a painting or anything like that, without it being that you have to be engaged in it. Like, so if you don't paint oil paintings, you can't talk about Van Gogh? I mean, I'm just saying, like.
But that doesn't make you an artist.
You don't have to be an artist to be well versed in a subject. You don't have to be a member of that community to be well versed in a subject.
And I totally agree with you.
Like,
again, I still talk about sex, but I also talk about a bunch of taboo topics.
Right. I like taboo. I like exaggeration.
I like things that are outside of the social norm. So it doesn't matter. I will go toe to toe to anybody except my Aunt Van when it comes to religion. I will talk about politics. I will talk about...
Well, like I said earlier, nothing's too taboo.
Not for me, it isn't.
Right.
And I usually play devil's advocate. Most people would think I'm an atheist.
Right.
Because I want to know,
why do you feel like that?
So much?
But there's nothing wrong with, you know, questioning other people's motivations. That doesn't take away from your own, or your own intention for that matter.
Man, let them tell it.
You a heathen. She's a heathen.
But getting back to the Cardi thing.
Cardi.
Right, sorry.
I just feel like where she at in her life. But I'm still pro R. Kelly.
Okay,
You gotta
move up. So, but my thing is, if somebody, if he came out and admitted, like, yeah, I was drugging, and
if he's drugging, regardless, even Cardi, I love you, you my nigga, we fam. But if you drugging somebody, I don't care. Nail your ass to the wall.
So I think that's what. Go on.
Got a few, 20 seconds before break. All right, so we're gonna finish this topic. when we come back. But let me finish this up. Nail your ass to the wall. I do not feel like you should be giving anybody anything that can cause adverse effects. So we'll be right back after these messages.
These messages.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you see. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up to, just go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, that's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen this less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all the homies head.
Join the club that gives you stuff. Hey, thanks! Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the old school Bruja radio show.
I'll give her a second to answer that. Oh, can I have one more question for the cards. I'm gonna think the question.
Skirt, 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 skirt. Start, skirt, 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 start. I'll be up in the way. 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 Running on my face. Gucci guilty on my face. I'll be up in the way. 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 Bedroom phone ring, girl in t-shirt.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right. We are back, and we left off talking about Cardi B drugging people. I know this situation does not look right with Wren reaching under the table, but it is not what you think. I promise you, it is not.
It's what you think inside.
It's exactly what you think. No.
As you can see, I'm over here in my phone, right where we left off.
She was playing with my cork. See?
I am not here for none of that.
Playing with corks. It's not Saturday.
Nope.
You know, she was never much on board with Deep Throat Saturday.
Nope.
So I haven't converted her yet. But anyway, back on topic with the Cardi B thing. You know, I mean, like you said, you were still in support of R. Kelly, and I actually had to think a lot about, like, I don't support what he may or may not have done. I don't know. Like I told you, when it was happening, I just, you know, probably consciously became oblivious to it. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want to believe that that's what was happening. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And but my biggest issue is that, like, so you have all these, you know, people going to prison recently over, you know, sexual assaults and drugging people and whatever, holding people against their will.
I was in full support of Bill Cosby taking his black ass to jail.
Wasn't your favorite dad?
Had nothing to do with the dad. She
no.
As he got older, His comments he said about the black comment.
He did, yeah. He did get a little bitter. I saw him at a Morgan fundraiser, like for the auditorium when they were renovating auditoriums. So this was like, you know, I mean, I don't know, 15 years ago, so it wasn't like recent or anything. But he was even a little like getting there. Like it seemed like early signs of dementia, honestly. Like just you know what I mean? Like he was like kind of.
He was Kanye before Kanye.
Yeah.
And see, you know what? Here's the thing. And this is one of the things that really piss me off about black people. We will tear each other a fucking new one. If they hear anything negative, it's like they clamp onto it and tear you a new one. Now, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. No, you're guilty
until proven innocent.
However, any other race, they will sit there and back people.
Well, like the owner of, like I was talking to y'all earlier, like it's funny how, you know, the community like came down the throats of Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, but even recently, you know, the Patriots owner was caught not once but twice on tape, you know, soliciting prostitution. But they talking about dropping the charges.
Of course they are.
See, and it was more like me playing devil advocate, even though I believe what I said about the R. Kelly thing, but more play devil advocate because that's what I was saying. Us bringing up Elvis Presley,
right,
and Jerry Day Lewis.
They're not nailing none of them white men.
And that's the whole point. Like our community be so quick to be like, yeah, they did it. Like even saying that with the Michael Jackson thing. Why are you beating a dead horse now?
He's dead, literally.
Right, like literally.
That's
like, can we leave it? Like, are we gonna?
Now all of a sudden I'm gonna stop playing this music. Get out of here.
Right.
If these we heard
destroying people's
we
legacy.
heard about these.
We heard that he was a pedophile back in the 80s.
Right, and somehow y'all got over it when he was still here.
They got over after the case, after they settled, after the kids came, couple kids came through and said they was lying.
And again, America is just getting too fucking soft. Y'all a bunch of soft ass, pussy ass niggas. Oh, you in school. Oh, they're bullying. Oh, they're bullying. Teach your kid how to fight. I bet you they'll stop bullying.
That's what I said. We grew up in, and
I mean, we were parented very different.
He hit me. I need to press charges. Press charges. Bitch, hit his ass back.
Let's be honest. We all grew up in the earth where as though your mama told you somebody hit you, you hit them back.
And right now,
mama's told that little boys, if she hit you, you hit them back.
Don't know. I will fuck a kid up. You hit me, I don't give a fuck. 8 to 80, cripple, blind, and crazy. I will fuck you up. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. Kids and old people, I don't hit, but I will kick your cane from underneath you. There are things about me that most people will say is trite.
I'll shake this shit out of you.
You gonna trip the walker. The baby walking in the walker, you gonna trip the walker.
No, I ain't gonna fuck with a baby. I just scare the hell out of him.
Oh my god. That's fucking with the baby.
But I ain't gonna hit him.
I mean,
now, if they deliberately
I didn't say hit him, I said trip the walker.
You get one of the badass kids, I will fuck a kid up. I'm trying to tell you.
I haven't come across one of those kids in a very long time.
To switch topics, because this was one of the things that was really on my mind. Like, you know how you do a self-examination?
What kind of self-examation?
Not
that
you
one.
Play with your little pickles.
She said
or your jars. But, like how you reevaluate yourself and you think about it. Like, I think about
like a self-reflection.
Like we're in a modernized world. But once you look at a post-apocalyptic world, what type of person would you be? Would you still be a good person? Like my father tells me all the time, Keith, you such a good person. Keith, you such a good person. And then I have to think to myself, really, am I really a good person?
Because I will fuck somebody up over my kid. I will shoot somebody in the face if I have to eat and feed my kids.
I know what it is.
I'm just playing.
And anybody listening, y'all can chime into what your response would be. So give them the scenario that you gave me in your group.
All right, so I had a group with a bunch of ladies, and we were all in this house. And I said to them, this is a post-apocalyptic world, kind of like the Book of Eli.
Right.
Where every man is for themselves, or even in The Walking Dead.
Right.
You have a woman and 2 children banging at the door. Do you let them in?
Hell no. Fuck them. No, I'm just like, I don't know. Honestly speaking, even today, I probably wouldn't let them in. And this is not post-apocalyptic. I honestly think I might be more sympathetic in a post-apocalyptic world than I am today. Because honestly, like, it's too many damn movies. Like, I'm like, you open the damn door and this person is coming to kill you, or it's you on the other side of the door, and the 2 kids is the models of your own 2 kids. Like, no, I can't.
Nigga, this ain't us.
Fuck that. I ain't opening nobody's door. Your ass will die on my steps. And that's just today.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna see if anybody respond before we give them the whole spill about this. But
you like, have to remember to bring this back.
So I have to say, like, no, I probably wouldn't open the door today. But in a post-apocalyptic environment, honestly speaking, I actually might open the door.
My answer is I wouldn't open that door. I would open my door maybe now, but not then.
Mm-hmm. People are so desperate then.
I'm a strong believer in.
So wait, let me make sure. So in a post-apocalyptic world, you would open your door.
I don't.
You would.
I would not.
You would not. And I'm a strong believer that life imitates art. And every time we see a post-apocalyptic, you would think we would band together, but we doing more savagery than banding together. Like when you watch Walking the Dead, you got to fight dead people, but yet we still
can't live together in harmony. We killing each other.
So if you ain't come with my group, yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to trust you.
I don't know. And see, I think because I would have less to lose in a post-apocalyptic world, do you know what I mean, than I do now, I'd be more sympathetic, because like, what could you take from me other than like my life itself, which is already damn near gone because this is a post-apocalyptic world. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel less protective over, you know what I mean, because at that point I would have lost so much.
Okay,
versus today, you know, I'm careful over my sanctuary. You know, I wouldn't necessarily let somebody in today, because there's something up in there for me to have, something that's special for me, you know. That's my home. You know, there may be more sentimental things that are very much mine that it won't be sentimental or mean anything to me if the world is falling apart around me. You know what I mean? Like that pearl necklace don't mean shit if I ain't got nothing to eat. You know, like, I'm just saying. But right now, I'd be scared somebody would come in my house and steal my pearl necklace.
Even in Bird Box,
I don't know.
think about Bird Box.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Like in these post-apocalyptic worlds, you know, you do have those people who are extremely desperate to come in. Now, here's the thing: if you're locked away in your home or wherever you are with a band of people, you already have your own food, you have your own water, everything is set up. And then you open the door for this woman and her 2 kids. Now, it's a possibility that she just may need help. It's a possibility. But it's also a possibility
that she wouldn't eat you.
This bitch is bait. And it's a band of dudes or a band of people waiting that as soon as you open that door for this woman and her kid, they bum rush in, rape the women, kill the men, and take all your stuff. I'm not with it. I'm up for safety.
I'm with that. I can see that.
I have no humanity.
I mean,
I get
because
you.
if it comes down to me or you, nigga, it's me every time.
But here's how art imitates life. You look at cities such as ours, where that's primarily happening now.
Yeah, this is definitely a post-apocalyptic
city, right? It really is.
Education, lack of.
Well, maybe that's why I'm so reluctant to open the door, without even knowing that that's why I'm reluctant to open the door, because I live in a post-apocalyptic city as is.
You have people killing.
I'm already there.
People robbing people that has nothing.
Right.
At the end of the day, people killing people that have nothing.
They don't have anything to take anyway. Like you're robbing us for nothing. There's nothing
pretty much
there.
sport now. You're not even.
There's nothing to take. It's not like we're rich. You know, people used to, you know, rob you for your Jordans, but can't nobody afford Jordans because ain't nobody got no jobs. Like,
or everybody spending
come at me for my J's. We got problems. We fighting because your kids are not rocking my shit.
That's funny.
And you start to see it now, like it start to trickle out to.
I just stopped wearing shoes altogether. Who cares?
This type of stuff is happening to
Absolutely not.
areas that.
I need my Timbs. I need my Timbs and I need my J's.
You like
I'm
my
telling you, in a
socks.
post-apocalyptic world, I'm still gonna be fresh as shit. I'm gonna be fly.
You just gonna be fly and dying.
Fuck no, I'm gonna be good.
Now I always ask you first. So what role would you take in a post-apocalyptic world?
The same role I always take. I'm a mom.
A mom.
Yeah.
She gonna die. All right.
Probably.
Then what's gonna happen to Buddy?
He gonna die too.
He ain't dying.
We gonna be in heaven together. We're good people.
No.
Whatever. We give the best hugs.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna help you in a post-apocalyptic world.
You don't know. Our hugs are intoxicating.
A zombie apocalypse.
I will hug everybody and they will be on my side. They will follow me like mindless drones because my hugs are intoxicating.
Okay, now in a real post-apocalyptic world, cause she will be hugging a motherfucker that just got bit and she will get bit in her neck.
Nope. We already said note to self. If you get bit, I'm killing you on sight.
No, I agree. And if I get bit,
I'm waiting for you to do
my thing would have been like, if like, let's say the three of us are together with our children, right? If I got bit, I would have already told y'all, like, if it looks like I got bit, if they breathed on me too hard, kill me, because you have to think I will always sacrifice myself for my kids. So you don't even have to worry about me. Like, you be like, yo, you got bit, and I'm be like, all right, go ahead. I'm ready. We just go back. But stop looking. Stop looking. Stop looking. If you don't look, it didn't happen. Remember, perception is everything.
Did she just hit the old school?
I'm sorry. And it's on camera.
Right. No, we're not even, we gonna act like it's not there.
Here go that I'm not a good person moment. Fuck my kids, nigga. Y'all better get with the program. You better be ready to go. Like, I'm really, like, at this stage of my life, like, I'm really preparing for a post-apocalyptic world within the next 20 years.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about taking my children to learn how to use a crossbow or archery. I want them to learn how to shoot a shotgun, how to shoot a gun, for whatever reason. If an intruder comes into our home, if
so they're gonna be like Katniss walking down the street with a bow and arrow on their back on their way to school?
Yeah, nope.
You just had a bow and arrow. So.
No, but I'm just
learn.
But I mean, do you have a bow and arrow? Like, would you buy a bow and arrow to keep in the house? If
I would, but not.
Do you feel like it's better, a better like tool to like than versus teaching them how to use a sword?
Oh no, they'll learn that as well.
Oh, you just gonna make sure they know how to use anything.
Exactly, like how musicians like to know their children can play any instrument. I want to make sure my children are well versed in weaponry.
They're pretty cool in hand-to-hand combat so far for their age. We was so today, my son. You see how big Juicy is?
Yes.
Well, he got a homeboy almost just as big as he is. He's taller than him, not as thick as Juicy, but almost. So these two fools decided they want to jump, play with my daughter, but jumping. So I had to jump in.
I watched.
Dude, I gotta get back to the gym. I handled my business.
But you was a little, but you felt it a little bit.
Not a little bit, a whole lot. I was like, oh,
see, the difference is I'm not wrestling.
See what
my thing is, I'm gonna knock your ass out in 30 seconds because that's all the fight I got in me. You get 30 seconds of a good fight.
If you can't do it in 30 seconds, then you going.
Then I'm standing without you.
The good part I realized,
I would have just
I'm gonna say 80% of the guys probably isn't as strong as my son at his age. Truthfully.
Oh no, that dude is like a whole muscle, like on bones. Like he just one big ass muscle on bones.
And on that note, we're gonna go to break.
Use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bath water to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
You're now listening to Just a Bit Outside, a sports radio show at BeExposedRadio.com. Come join us every Monday night from 8 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, or BeExposedRadio.com.
So we had a lot of things going on.
Mother's Day, Major League Baseball, pink bats, pink outfits.
Yeah. They certainly did the mothers good. They don't show them justice. Like Jimmy said, the pink bats, cleats, all types of pink highlights in the major leagues. The Orioles were swept by the Kansas City Royals.
Wah, wah.
The Kansas City Royals. Thank you, Eric. Kansas City Royals they're like one of the worst teams in the Major League Baseball right now. Yeah, so that was a little tough.
Yeah, so the Orioles no longer have the top record. It belongs to the Washington Nationals now.
Yeah, so that was tough. So hopefully they'll get back on track with the next series. Maryland, we got some local sports, collegiate to report. The Maryland lacrosse. Let's shout out the Maryland lacrosse team. They are in the NCAA tournament, and they...
Hey, this is Mark, just a bit outside on BeExposedRadio.com. Listen to us every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Well, all right now. Ready for these comments. Oh my God. All right, so we're going to take it back a little bit. Shout out to Lex, Chrissy, Tay the G, Flip, who will be here April 10th. He's going to be our guest. Charlene, Yusuf. Yusuf. All right, so Lex said, everything has consequences. She admitted to it, so she should be held responsible. I agree. And then she said, that's how she feels these days. She hates sex or sucking dick. It's just not my thing anymore. What's happening to me? Charlene said, yeah, you're right, but she a thought. Don't call that woman a thought.
Whatever. She's a brilliant 26-year-old. I give her that.
Who?
Party.
Yusuf said, really? No humanity? Absolutely not. None. Zero. I'm telling you, in a post-apocalyptic world, I am dolo about me and mine. If you're not a part of the equation...
That's the funny part. Before you finish, that's the funny. I was just telling my god brother. If you ever watch Vampire Diaries, they got a humanity switch they can turn on and off. I said I turned mine off, but I turned mine real.
Turned it down. Well, Well, I mean, these days, like, unfortunately, like, it's rather taboo to be humane.
But see, that's the thing. I am. Day to day, in my day-to-day life, I am very humane. I am very human conscious. I can't try to have faith and belief in humanity if I don't participate in it.
Right.
However, I'm very cautious of myself and safety. So if I got to choose between you and me, I'm going to choose me.
Well, that's almost everybody. I mean, most people are
self-preservation.
Yeah, self-preservation is always going to be high on most people's priority list. Like, the only things that people usually will sacrifice for are their children. You know what I mean? Sacrifice their lives for are their children, you know. And then even that's, like, you know, still a little on the shaky side because people will save their own lives, you know, like, that's just what it is.
I can't look after my kids if I sacrifice myself.
No, but the chance that they may have, you know, sometimes, you know, especially with moms, the idea that they may possibly have another day or another moment or a few more minutes just because you sacrificed yourself, a lot of times is enough.
Fuck that. Because if I die, nigga, you can die right behind me. What the fuck is the point of both of us dying? I can't swim. But when my oldest son, he decided to jump into a pool in the deep end. Now, he couldn't swim. I ran. Like, and my instinct was to run and dive into the pool. But when I got there, my body stopped at the edge. Like, bitch, you can't swim. So there was nothing.
Both of us gonna need help.
But with that being said, think about the mom that lifted that car off the top of her child. Like, she couldn't.
I would have attempted.
She couldn't have picked that motherfucking car up, but she did it.
But here's the thing.
You might have swam.
I don't like water.
But you may have swam for your child. You'd be surprised what your body will do when instinct takes over.
He wasn't that much in danger, but somebody was right there immediately.
Oh.
So, you know.
If he was actually drowning.
He was drowning.
But you said somebody was right there almost immediately.
He was like, ugh, and then the
that
person
happens. I mean, but.
Yeah, that's the first thing
that happens. That don't mean he necessarily drowning quite yet.
Then he still at the bottom. You like, damn,
right.
That's fucked up.
You ain't gonna stand on the side. Your ass would have jumped in if he was sitting on the bottom of that damn pool.
I would have jumped in.
Then both of y'all would have been drowning.
Nah, I wouldn't drown.
I can swim.
Nigga, you sink.
I can swim.
I said I can't float. I didn't say I couldn't swim underwater.
He would have got him up out of there.
Pool, I knew how to swim underwater. It was the top part that I couldn't float.
I couldn't stay up top. Could always crawl across the bottom. He was on his manatee shit.
I do just enough.
He be on his manatee shit.
I'm gonna say like Joe Button said.
Okay.
Get in the water. I do something. Might not call it
somebody
swimming,
who really need
but
that ass kicked, by the way. Joe Button is one of the people who really need to get an ass kicked. He's just so, I think, overly opinionated on the generation behind him. In a dumb way.
I'm a Joe Button fan.
Yeah.
I love Joe. He's a dick.
He's a whole dick. That's why I didn't say he need to die. I said he need to get his ass kicked. He's an asshole.
What he is he's a classic old man.
But he makes, to
even
me,
when
he
it
makes
comes to his relationship.
Yeah,
he's an old dude.
He's old.
Right.
Like, not physically old, he mentally, he's like the one of them older, like, old guys. Like, he sound like he grew up with 20 old men or something. That's
right.
I agree. He is extremely overly opinionated.
Yeah.
Like, that's all. Like, I didn't say he needed to die.
To Kiana, yay, Joe Button.
He know he is, though.
Yeah.
But the one thing I do like about him is he will come back and be like, you know what, I was wrong.
Right.
He always admits that he's wrong.
But when he came for Safari, he said, yo, my dude, that he was on some real man shit. He was on some real G shit. And Safari was on some bitch nigga shit. Like, come on. He really was. It was fucking pathetic. I was like, yee, son. Now that's how you do that shit. That's that New York nigga shit. Like, yo, my man, all you had to do, we had a conversation. You don't feel like you was wrong? I ain't got to. He was like, yo, you say another word, I'm going to put your face in the sand.
But you know, Joe was from Jersey.
It's the capital of New York. I'm just.
I mean, I've no. That's
Please help me, Calgon. Take me away.
That's just being.
I'm hanging up on her.
That's just a man being a man. And I say this all the time: men not being men. So when you finally see a dude that's being a man, but I understand what he was talking about. It wasn't the fact of the woman. It was the fact that, nigga, I talked to you. You could have, as a man, your word is the word, especially when you talk to another man. Like, so I expect you to follow through what you said. If you said that wasn't what it is, okay, cool.
So this is my thing. So back to Cardi, because this Joe thing made me think of something, and we were talking about Cardi. I just want to make sure I got this straight, because like I read an article about this whole situation. At no point did she name names of any particular man that she did this to. So nobody actually knows who was actually victimized, or if she's even made.
Now these men would be considered victims.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but you know how in the R. Kelly, I was like, them bitches ain't victims. And Kiana, I agree. This new generation of music is trash. Now, these men are victims. The same way in the Bill Cosby case, those women were victims. They didn't know they were going to get drugged. It was unexpected. They didn't know what to expect. That's a victim.
I agree. But in the Bill Cosby case, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they accept and take? It's not like he forced it in their mouths.
I'm talking about the women who they.
The briefing, not the ones that willingly.
Like that took it, you know, like he handed it to them and they just took it. Okay.
Yeah.
They were.
I don't care if you said, unless you said, I didn't know. I didn't know what he took.
That's the ones that were. I remember that.
No, but when you invite somebody up to your hotel, you plan on having sex with them, and you put something in their drink so they can pass out. Nah, that's a victim.
That's like during the Mike Tyson thing. I always said I don't believe Mike Tyson raped that woman. I still stand by that to this day. Simply because these bitches go to these men's room knowing, he's a celebrity. You're going to their, sneaking to their room, getting past security and all of that. So you know what you're doing. If you get into these men's room between the hours of 11 p.m.
and 6 a.m.
and 7 a.m.
I gave it 6 for 7.
To give him some ass. You know what you're doing. You know who the fuck wants to sit up and talk at that time of night?
Right.
You know, back then Mike had that conversation.
He still can't talk.
And here's the thing. And taking psychology, you pay attention to things. People just went down to cross because he was a boisterous black guy that was beating the fuck out of people.
Right.
But he mistook everything he ever did in his life. And he would tell you, I've never raped this woman. Like he almost fought reporters for not calling him a rapist.
Right.
That's that passion that tell you, no, you could tell he did not do this shit.
And that is that's the cultural difference with us. When a black person is innocent, they get violent, they get aggressive. Don't sit there and say I did something that I did not do. Cause I will beat your ass. Even God damn, already?
All right. We gotta pay bills.
Wait, he said, but when it comes to any other nationality or race, they don't have that same passion when they're innocent. Even that's how you know when somebody's truly innocent in a African American culture. We gonna beat your ass if you sit there and be disrespectful when we're innocent.
I think that part that came from slavery.
Look at R. Kelly. He was adamantly passionate. This man believes
but is there,
that he
I was gonna
do anything.
That's the word. But there's the word. He believes.
Hey, we already talked about this. So when we come back, we're gonna finish this adamantly passionate conversation.
Absolutely.
Let's pay these bills.
Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'ma show these niggas what to do at one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way. Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen. Windows closed in the house, it ain't no CNN. Can't gain weight for years, she been being thin. Single mother, no help from the system. When they was giving out food stamps, she missed them. Birth certificate, baby daddy, she couldn't list them. But her son was so beautiful when she kissed him. Blame it on love, but nigga she could've died with. Destroyed the whole world and found out she was a side chick. The nigga loved his wife and it got hard to hide it. So when Gwen confronted him, he ain't even denied it.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to Live United.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
So back to this adamantly passionate conversation.
So, like you said, he believes that he didn't do anything wrong. Hence the reason why he was so passionate about defending himself. And that is very characteristic of an African American person, when they believe it. Now, the other side of that is, it's not about what he believes he did wrong, but did he do anything wrong?
Now, but when we get...
Do you know what I mean? Like,
but here's the deal. As a grown man, you know if you are holding a person against their will.
And that's what, if you notice, that's what he kept on saying. I'm not holding these women captive. So, I think it's two narratives going on when we talk about the R. Kelly thing. People make it seem like he's chaining them up, holding them captive.
I don't think that's happening.
I don't think he understands people throwing a psychological factor in on it.
Right.
And that don't comprehend him. Like, what the fuck you talking about? They came in, they know what it is, they can leave.
But they may not know that they can leave.
That's Stockholm Syndrome.
Right.
They knew.
They knew.
Yeah, but just because you know it doesn't mean you know it.
No, they knew that at any given moment they could leave. They didn't want to leave. Okay. People are saying that these women developed Stockholm Syndrome.
I know.
People making this
because they were sexual deviants as well. They didn't mind getting pissed on. They didn't mind the BDSM. They didn't mind being submissive.
I think
people are judging these women based on the fact that they want to be submissive. And as black women, when we look at another black woman who is into the BDSM and want to take on the masochistic side of the sexual preference, it's a problem. Because we buy into the strong black woman persona. Or, oh, she has no respect for herself. Bitch, don't tell her she ain't got no respect for yourself. Wasn't you with a nigga last year that was beating your ass? Shut up. You have no respect for yourself.
And but to say that goes with the whole narrative. Women fought for so long not to be the house woman.
And fuck this Me Too movement.
Not to be the housewoman and the housemaid and cater to the man. So now when you see a woman that practices in this type of activities and you being submissive, they're like, oh no, it can't be. He has to be doing something to him. Because we acting like people, even at a young age, can't be sexual deviants. But people at a young age can be murderers. Right. Literally,
I saw a show the other day, Kids Who Kill. Yo, that shit, have you ever seen that shit?
Yeah, and they really are psychos. Like, there's something really wrong with it.
Like, so, that 13-year-old that beat that little 4-year-old in the head with a rock.
And see, here's the thing.
And they were white.
When you take psychology...
There was a black one on there, too.
When you take psychology, you understand the human brain do what it want to do. So people will, even at a young age, are sexual deviants. So you find somebody that caters to something that you like. How you gonna say that was forced on him? Or he
There's a whole population of people in that community, in that BDSM community. But again, because it's not a social norm and it's been brought to the light, it's a problem. I have an issue with that. Don't sit there and down someone because they like this particular... Like politicians do it all the time. Oh, they don't condone it, but they participate in it. Like the homosexual, you got these right-wing white men. Oh, transsexuals and homosexuality is wrong. But nigga, didn't you just get caught fucking a tranny?
Yeah, just a couple years ago, was one guy that I forgot his name. He was dead strong against gay people in the military and gay people shouldn't do this and gay people shouldn't do that. I mean, he was waving the flag and they get caught in the bathroom,
right?
Getting his dicks up
by a gay dude.
By a gay dude, and then he had to come out saying he was gay. So I realized people that strongly against something usually for it. They just don't want people to know they actually for it.
But these same bitches who were sitting here popping all that shit about these women being submissive and saying they have no respect for themselves are so far into the whole 50 Shades of Grey.
See, I think mental slavery is a touchy subject, you know, and the mind of an adolescent, regardless if they're sexually mature, may not be socially mature to handle the advances of a dominant male, you know, especially one that practices BDSM, because that's a serious craft. Do you know what I mean? So young women who aren't versed in the craft may not honestly have the wherewithal to understand the control and breakdown of their own self as the submissive. So
wait a minute, now you just combined something else. I didn't bring in the age of...
Well, the whole thing with R. Kelly was that these women were young.
Not all of them.
You think about it, these current charges isn't about their age for real.
It isn't.
Listen to the current charges.
The current charges is about the sexual deviance. About holding
because
these
the parents said that they'll be the parents
and
said,
all of these women were grown. The now for the
they do say they had a couple tapes. Supposedly they didn't say how old the girls were. They said underage, so we don't know.
Underage is under 18,
right? But
as to where the
consent
age of consent.
What's the age of consent? I was going to say in Illinois. What I don't know what it is in Illinois.
But like in Colorado and all of those states where polygamy is practiced,
it's like 14.
It's 13 or 14. Because a parent can sign a consent form for
their child to get married
at 13. So it's a very slippery slope when it comes to this whole dynamic of age. Because again, like I said last time, if they put a gun, if someone put a gun in a child's hand at the age of 14 and they shoot somebody,
they're going to be charged as an adult.
A legal adult, and they are charged. However, a person of 14 who knows what the fuck she's doing, knows he's a celebrity, knows he gonna want some ass, and she goes up to his room at 11 o'clock at night and give him some ass. Oh, she's a child. She doesn't know any better. Miss me with the bullshit.
No, I'm not saying she doesn't know any better.
No,
but my thing is this, but shouldn't he know better?
Doesn't matter. It's not, I'm not concerned about what he knows. I'm more or less like how they do the double standard on the child. If she kills someone, she knows better. If she fucks someone, she's a child that don't know better.
And that's the whole point of, I was saying they're not victims. Now, to your point, yeah, he should know better. He should know the laws, he should know the rules, he should understand, hey, I shouldn't be having sex with these girls. Just because it's the law.
Right.
I mean,
it's shit that we would all love to do, but it's against the fucking law, so we don't necessarily do it.
Nobody never defended that act in itself. He was breaking the law. Okay, cool, he's breaking the law, he's breaking the law.
Okay.
But again,
I mean, I think about it just that simply. Like, for me, it was just like, I don't care what the hell he was doing.
Shit out of a red light.
But see, I don't even litter.
And again, it's the.
I mean, seriously.
It's also another. The double standard is we look at the age and like who gets the law, but then like you said, the age of consent is 16. So but that's that slippery slope.
Also, another slippery slope is that white privilege that these white men have that black people don't.
Right. And see, I think that's also a trap that celebrities, African American celebrities, fall into. They don't realize you still black.
And
like, don't ever forget it.
To the fucking cross.
And they're gonna try to find something. You know, every time a black male that always raises up, they looking for that one thing to keep you in control.
Like the only thing that I swear, like, you know, made like the Obamas who they are is that they were so clean. They were so squeaky.
But yet But
you know what I mean? They tried.
No, yeah, him too.
But yeah,
they're not gonna really.
You got this boss hog,
right?
Looking
piece of
trailer trash, piece of in office
because people.
And look, got plenty of shit on him, but ain't nobody doing anything about it.
I'm telling you another guy that wrote, and he's say sports Stephen Curry is LeBron James. They can't touch this man.
But
he
they
don't
try.
do it. But he don't do
They
it.
attack that man regularly,
They attack this character on the basketball court, but there's nothing they can say about him. Everybody never say nothing bad about him off the court. He opened up a school. They know he gives.
But they're trying to find something on him because he's doing too much for his people.
He don't. He's one of them guys. He was so smart. He
They
realized.
gonna plant something on his ass. Watch what I tell you. Like even Chris Brown.
No, he did do something wrong.
He did a whole lot of some things.
Listen.
Let's not.
Don't judge. Listen.
Don't judge
he
him.
made a song for y'all. Please don't judge him. He won't judge you.
Who the fuck is he to judge somebody?
Before it gets beautiful. But I'm just saying, Chris Brown. He has done a lot of shit. Even down to slapping the shit out of Riri because she punched that nigga while he was driving. I'm just saying, bitches say ignorant shit. Bitches can cut.
She from the Caribbean.
I
already know.
She even
so again, even with that incident, people looked at me sideways because I'm like, yo, y'all don't know what she did to make that man beat the shit out of her. She said, nigga, that's why you can't dance. She attacked that man's career, credit, something. She did something to deserve that ass whooping. Now, I'm not saying women deserve to be beat. That is not my standpoint because I don't tolerate domestic violence under any circumstances. And yes, I am making jokes about it. But we were not in that car. We don't know exactly what happened. He should have restrained himself as a man. But again, people
He was still a little boy at the time.
Shit.
He was only, 17 at the time?
We don't know what
18
the
maybe?
hell Rihanna said or did to that man.
They were both children.
Right there.
Because you keep that light is beaming directly in my eye. We don't know what she did for that. Now again, but when he finally got his masters for his songs, a charge fell upon him. He said, man, that bitch lying. And bitches started saying, oh my God, he back at it again.
The internet went ablaze on this man. But I never heard nobody going in there like, you know what, we sorry, Chris. I mean, they went hard on him.
I posted and was like, yo, for real, leave my man's alone. He ain't raped that white bitch. He too on top of the world right now. He is too cognizant. This man is so into his kid. Karuchi couldn't even get her in right now.
1 minute.
So again, I mean, we are so quick to throw these stones. Like even at Cardi B, I'm pretty
but
sure
it's entertaining to be.
Yeah, of course.
She's about to experience severe backlash. Like it's gonna be real tumultuous.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day,
she might commit
We
suicide.
know she changed.
Right.
She appears that she changed. She got a baby. She's in her career. And you know now we going back and digging up, even though she opened her own mouth, put her own foot in her mouth about this. You know, we judging people about their past and their old ways. We're not looking at sometimes people change. It's part of evolution.
I mean, that's the point though. Like for people to grow and rehabilitate and change. Like isn't that the whole point?
That's supposed to be the point.
And statute of limitations. But right now we don't have no more statute of limitations for this commercial that's about to come up.
Alright,
so we'll be back.
To BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing. Not just simply being told things, or how about this? You know, we tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions. Right. You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
sit around, hold up. Look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah. Rebel up. Let's do it.
If I sit around, I'ma smoke some more. Wasn't even thinking about smoke before, but I'm in my head, I'm in the bed. Don't know who I am, like I'm wearing a mask. Working mode, tell him where the cash. If you wear the cash, tell him where the cash. If you playing for you, gon' run it back. Don't make promises, but I promise that. Don't promise me, cause I ain't into that. Fell in love with that and got hurt from that. That was all over and the curtains back. Can't see you not noticing that. I'm letting it go, it ain't holding me back. Yeah, I'm on dice, but ain't come for the crack. Drinking with uncle, we only do jack. How I'm alive, I thank God for that. Praying about it, things getting better. Open it up with my name on the letter. Why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you. You know you gotta be you. Sometimes I need privacy too. Yeah, you know I ride. You know I ride, and you know you ride for me too. Yeah, you know I. Look, you like getting that hit for real. When it's me and Murray, just us, we chill. I'm in a rush to get off to get you. Never ever had to floss to get you. Pay the dues that it cost to kiss you. Rug burns on the carpet with you.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
Exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature. And I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Whatever happened to the times when we cared for one another? We shared the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Okay, and we're back. So I'm going to read some of the comments as soon as they finish clapping. All right, so shout out to Sports Mills. Listen, everybody, this is a shameless plug. Only because it's Mills. You know I love you, right? Because I don't do this for everybody. All right, he is raising money for his team in the fall for football. These kids are very much underprivileged, so whatever money y'all can give up is great. It will be posted on my page as well as the DaBrahmabull's page as well as Sports Mills. They're virtual tickets with a $5 raffle for a 42-inch TV. And it will be sent into your DMs or email. Alright? So let's read
We
some
just
of
got
these
kissy
comments.
faces from Sports Mills.
All right, all right.
Back at you. No.
And Mills, Juicy want to know y'all doing spring ball, but he want to play spring ball.
Oh, Tammy Chavis, shout out to you. I see you living your best life, my G.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Let me see. Will said, fuck that. Go next door. Ha ha ha. My mommy said not to open the door for strangers. That's right. Don't you open that door. So we're going to revisit that in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah, we do that.
All right. So here's the deal. And I want people to really answer this. You ready?
You stating it again?
In a post-apocalyptic world, meaning in a world like The Walking Dead or The Book of Eli
or the
Bird Box or Mad Max Thunderdome or any of the Mad Max post-apocalyptic world, a woman and her child or 2 children knock at the door. Do you let them in? Sport Mills, answer the question. Do you let them in? Wren said no. Wren said yes. In a post-apocalyptic world, she said yes. Me, I'm an asshole. You know I said no. So,
what does that say about me?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
When are we gonna find out?
In a few minutes.
In a few minutes.
We're trying to get more people to respond to it before we.
Will said no. Let the motherfuckers stay outside. I'll let you in.
The Sports Mill said for the bruh man though. Was that in response to our question, or in response to his spring ball?
I don't know.
Sports Mills, can you please
clarify
for us? Would you let the person in?
So,
or clarify for me?
I guess we had a lot of conversations. So one of the conversations we was talking about while we was off the air is, and I found this a little interesting, and they end up being guests on our show, but we always talk about 3-way relationships.
Right.
So we came across a very unique 3-way relationship where they're all women. What is your take on that?
Now that's some salacious fucking living for your ass.
There's 3
Live
women.
Unapologetically. But see, as a woman who has spent most of her adult life in relationships, both with men and women, I might find it personally quite difficult to live with 2 other women. Like to be in, now I could like be in a monogamous relationship with 2 other women, but I couldn't live with them, if that makes any sense.
I wasn't laughing, I'm sorry. Mill said, yeah, let them in, especially if they football players.
Because of the kids.
Yeah, let them in because of the kids, especially if they football.
Post-apocalyptic.
Ain't nobody playing football.
He can start his own football team in a apocalyptic world.
Ain't nobody coming to your games, babe.
As much as I love women, I never could see myself in a serious relationship with just women. I think for me, I would be aggressive and extremely violent. I'm not even gonna lie, because they would piss me out. I don't hit women, but I'll beat a bitch ass.
Well, you're not gonna be in a relationship, hopefully, with 2 bitches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, hopefully.
So
but, well.
You say you can't find yourself in a serious relationship with females.
Like, I'm married. I'm married to a man. So, in the event that
because you always say you want to find a wife.
I break up. Now, I could be in a relationship with a wife as long as I have that balance, because there's a man.
So the man had to be the buffer for you.
He has to be. He got to be that middle person, because me being in a relationship with just a woman.
I'm curious to know if one of the women plays the buffer. Because most poly relationships, regardless of the sexes of the members, somebody plays a buffer. Somebody is the lubricant that keeps it.
We're gonna try to hook it up and see, maybe we can get him on the show next week.
Yeah, that would be cool. We could. I have like so many questions.
We have questions.
April 10th.
I know you said Flip is coming on.
That's not next week.
Yeah, next week is.
No,
next week is the 3rd.
I know. But I just wanted to say April 10th, Flip will be here.
Okay, so.
That's my man.
That's what's up. Coming from a man. So it says, coming from a man that has never been in a three-way. Anyway, but it's on my bucket list. But I think 3 women is a little boring to be in, but lovely to watch.
Oh, baby, trust me. There's
nothing boring about a relationship with multiple women.
No. I think he said 3 women is boring to be with. Like, even
he said to
be in that relationship.
He come from a male perspective, like to him it look boring. But he also said look fun to watch.
One is a dog, one is an ultra femme, and one is non-defined. So yeah, to me, the dynamics of that
3 different types of
is
females.
entertainment worthy. It really is. I would watch.
I mean,
because again,
I'm gonna be hard pressed not to watch with several women. But I mean, that's just what it is. Like, we all know how I feel about that.
And then
but,
all 3 of them pussies bleeding at once.
No, see, that's the other thing.
That's where the problem come in at.
Right. See, that's what I was saying. Like, you know, the dynamic in the home would be difficult for me. I could date them. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I could date them monogamously, but I could not live with them. What's funny?
Shout out to my twin ass.
What did he say?
He said, I beat a bitch ass.
But we weren't talking about beating bitches' asses. We were talking about beating on women. And you said you wouldn't do that.
No, I don't hit women.
She was talking about being in a relationship.
Ass is fucking hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, like, honestly, I'm not a very violent person anymore. I'm serious. I've calmed down a lot. Yeah. And it takes a lot to get me there, but it's certain people that can push my buttons to a point where I will definitely hulk out.
But you know what's funny?
Turn around and just strangle the shit out.
It would have to be somebody that I feel very deeply for, because otherwise I could give a fuck.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like my family,
you know what I mean? Like my family would make me want to like commit a crime, but everybody else, I just look at them like, "Are you saying?"
I have 0 fucks to give, and I have a shirt that says 0 fucks to give.
I have a shirt that says less than 0 fucks to give.
And I actually wear it to work on days where I really have no fucks to give. And they know to leave me the fuck alone that day, because I'm not above losing my job. However, my family, of course. My husband knows what buttons to push, so he stays far away from them. Bitches don't have that chill. And here's the thing. If you know me, then you know the type of girl that I am drawn to.
Those type of girls have no chill.
I like that.
I'm not saying that, right. Like, you're just drawn to non-chill, super conspicuous, extra women. So no, you could not be in a serious relationship with them, because they are not serious people to be in relationships with. They're serious people to fuck the shit out of.
Oh my God, the best fucking sex.
But
bitches, shout out to ratchet bitches with the
but
best
there's
pussy.
plenty of women out there that you could be in a relationship
they're so
with.
Conservative, and I don't do conservative.
They're conservative, but how? Like, most women have that balance. Where are they conservative? When are they conservative? When that door closes in the afternoon, are they still
fucking conservative?
Not, but there's a lot that
aren't. Oh no.
Not the pillow princess.
No, they not. Bitch, yeah, talk some that. Oh my God, fuck the shit out. That's what I'm looking for. Like, give it to me. Let me suck it. Oh, we gotta go to break.
Alright.
You can be like one, I'm gonna get you sucking. No, I don't do this.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Alright, so.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted it.
We are. I was waiting for him to start the class.
And he didn't start the class? Oh, he did start the class.
But we're still on. Can you go to
Well, he did.
I've been saying go to break.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange radio show.
Any trouble, because I get into any trouble, but I had a problem that this then became a discussion at that workplace environment. Now, the discussion was I should have been more sensitive. In what way was my first response? And I guess when I had to meet with that said person who had the issue with the person who was said leader of that organization. Okay. I said, well, to that person, how would I have known that? Well, you should have asked.
I think so. You want my opinion?
It was a circle, and I was willing to go on that merry-go-round.
You are better than most. Yeah. I think that's normal when you're in a group and there's norming. Most of the time when you're in new work environments or you're in a space where you're getting to know people, it's normal now to ask for people's preferred pronouns. You wouldn't have known that.
Normal to who? What is normal?
Well, you work in social... You work in social innovation and
my pronouns, so it's not normal to me.
You don't, but I think, because I feel like the person was probably offended because they felt like you were not honoring whoever they are, right? But you wouldn't have known that.
Still to this moment, I don't know what their pronouns are. So in that
they didn't offer
circle, we still don't know. So I'll go as far as saying I perceived it to be a she.
Perceive them to be a she.
Them.
Yeah.
Her, him, they,
them. It seems like they, them would be the easiest one on this one.
Join us every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. for the Artist Exchange radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
This unknown to find who we really are. Crash into something new and take a break from our broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, try not to say too much. Let your love come down. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move, don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough, show enough, she couldn't get the feels off from me. I know she couldn't get the feels off from me. Touching hands till we dance in the dark, show enough, she couldn't get the feels off from me. We do whatever we like.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back?
And we are back.
I knew we were back.
Alright, so Sports Mill said 3 different women would be great show. Not a good relationship. I mean, women on women relationships are the same as man and lady with problems and etc. Trust me, having siblings that have been at the crossroads before Bone Thugs. Yeah.
That's funny.
That's cute. Alright, so
what does it say about me? Are y'all gonna ever tell me?
You might as well listen to.
Ain't nobody respond.
Yes, they did. He said I would let the kids in, especially because of the kids.
So for those of you who would let the kids in, where's your sense of safety? Where's your sense of preservation?
Maybe I believe in something bigger than that.
So you're willing to die, and you're willing to allow them to come in and harm you and your child.
Or
maybe I believe that that's not what's going to happen.
But it happens.
It does happen, but there's times where it doesn't happen too.
Yeah, I ain't buying it.
I'm just saying.
A post-apocalyptic world. Shortage of food.
But if I'm like that, that means other people are like that too. Yeah, that means I won't be the only one feeling that same way.
Fuck them. For me, for those who said no, let their ass stay out. Where's your sense of humanity? Where is your sense of if it were you?
Well, see, that's what I always think. Like, I have that child, and I might be that one running. And I would hope somebody would let me in.
I would let you in. Only because I know you.
Yeah.
But if it's a stranger with kids, fuck you and your kid, lady. Sorry.
Well, buddy be like, let me in.
Fuck you, little man. You
whatever.
Have to catch it.
You would let him in.
No, it's only because I know him. I trust no one. I am, believe it or not, even though as friendly as I am, I trust no one. If I don't know you, you don't get my trust, and your ass gonna stand the fuck out there. And if you keep banging, I might shoot you in the face. I don't care. Again, that's why I have to re-examine. Am I really a good person?
No.
I don't think either way is wrong.
Child and a mom.
I'm gonna call shade on co-ed because I had to stop her from bringing home stray humans.
This is not a post-apocalyptic world.
Are you sure?
It's not.
Yeah, I'm about to say you sure.
Are you sure?
There's a heaping supply of food.
Food.
Well, for me it is. I guess I'm part of the haves.
Right.
So again,
and you know the growing population of have-nots makes it to be quite complicated.
But it's not that growing because they still got food stamps.
But I think.
So when food stamps stop.
So for instance, so we were very close to post-apocalyptic a few weeks ago. As you know, I have Department of Social Services is one of my buildings that I manage, and during this whole during the furlough, food stamps were cut off. And I was watching the desperate ones, the ones that need the food stamps, like the desperate ones get extra desperate. Do you know what I mean? And I thought to myself, would they start to, and if it stayed this way, how?
Why?
Time about when y'all talking about the kids doing something. Mill said, "I'm be knocking kids out like Trey in the living room." Don't be offended.
Ed said I would let him in. I wouldn't.
Disclaimer, only during a post-apocalyptic world, though.
Exactly. In a post-apocalyptic world, you have to have that sense of safety.
But I think because you got to start.
But it will always be in a post-apocalyptic state if we only focus on safety and never think about humanity. It will never return.
I'm sorry, I can't do humanity if I'm dead.
I think.
But you can't do humanity either if it's not there, even if you're alive.
Guess what?
Guess what I can't think, people.
I'm trying to tell you. See, that's why you can be in a relationship with two women. All right.
Could you be the buffer?
Buff this out.
Buff it out.
Shut the hell up, both of y'all. No, but I think.
Yes, sir. No.
No, sir. People's responses are based off their trauma. Before the post-apocalyptic world, for real, if you really think about it, look how people use kids all the time as pawns to kill people. Even when soldiers go to war, what kills soldiers more are the kids. This is a proven
I had an old girlfriend that got shot by a kid during the war.
They strap them with bombs.
I would shoot the shit out of a kid because I know this. I don't care. It's a possibility that kid got a bomb on him. So if that kid, if there's a chance, I'm not taking it. This is why I could never have gone in the military and been at war. Because for me,
you would have killed everybody.
I'd have shot everybody, women, children.
And for them, that is a post-apocalyptic. Because I remember I had a guy.
Cats.
When I was doing security, I had a security guard. He left and went to Iraq.
Something's wrong with her. I'm listening.
And I told him before he left, because I was hearing the stories and I knew a lot of people. And I was like, yo, you sure you ready for that? Because he thought he was going to go sign up. I'm like, no. You're not used to seeing dead bodies laying on the ground constantly. Yeah, Baltimore, we might see people get murdered here and there, but
and we always will see a dead body. You standing right beside somebody and get that. I mean, they pulled 2 of them out the harbor like last week before. Yeah.
I say that to say, the post-apocalyptic world, we don't know. You gotta err inside the caution.
And exactly, and hence the case, I'm not letting you in. Because again, I gotta ensure the survival of me and mine. There goes my humanity.
That was his own one today. I think
that's why I was trying to listen to you, but it caught my attention, so I was reading his comment. He said, when they stopped letting you get crabs with food stamps, it felt like it was post-apocalyptic time, as I paid for them with cash. Right.
But again, like you were saying, it was, and again, I'm pretty sure that they realized that it was about to get real desolate out here when they shut down the food stamps. People were gonna get extremely desperate, robbing stores. They think the riots in Baltimore was some shit. They think when the levees broke in New Orleans and people were scavenging, that was some shit. You're talking about across America. We're talking millions of
not just and here's the thing, we're not just talking about black people.
No, and there's actually more.
We're not the majority of getting the food stamps.
We're not the majority getting social services in the United States.
Contrary to what people believe, we're not the ones.
And them crazies in some of them other parts of the United States. Like, now see, if one of them was at my door with a child, my humanity levels, which are apparently abundant, right, because of my pre-apocalyptic life, right, I'm very, I have a high regard for humanity right now, but fuck that.
So Gary, would you let them in, or would you let them stay outside? Answer the question.
Kiana said America would have wilded out without food stamps. Hell yeah.
Of course
they would. They would all
That would have been a post-apocalyptic world. Because again, I told my boss, I don't give a good goddamn. If niggas don't get their stamps next week, I work on Park Heights. I'm not fucking coming to
I got the complex.
Well, I guess that goes with Mill said.
Like, if they stop giving out food stamps, they gonna be up there banging on my doors, literally. Like, where's our money?
They had to come with some type of agreement.
Yo said with all these perk kids out here, it looks post-apocalyptic. Zombies everywhere.
Oh my gosh!
And guess what?
And
I got a lot of them.
Oh, Lexington Market.
I got a lot of them that come to my program. So again, I'm not here for it. I don't care. I love my job. I love what I do. But if these people don't get their food stamps, I'm not coming to work.
No, I'm gonna tell you really what look like The Walking Dead. All jokes aside. Turning point. Outside of it, when you see them people lined up, I love my job and I love working there, but just the sight, because I used to tell people, yeah, I work at, and people like, you work there? Oh my goodness. And these people
survive.
And these people just not even scared of anything. They're like, you work over there, yo? Like, what are you talking about?
Oh hell no.
I'm like, these people. You know what I mean? We don't see the birds eye view.
And I think a lot of people
when they come in.
Gary said he'll let the kid in, but nobody else. Nope. Kid gotta go with his mama. I ain't letting nobody in. I ain't even gonna look out my door.
It says, if that little white girl with the straight hair from the movie Ring was at the door, she ain't opening that door. That shit was crazy though. That's a crazy looking chick.
Why do you, guess what? You ain't gotta open the door.
But my thing is this though. Why do the crazy, why do they like crazy white people on media look crazier than the crazy black people? Like, you ain't never seen no black girl with her hair like.
Wait a minute, hold up. The book of Eli, the white chick had her cart turned over. She was in the middle of the street. Help! Help! She tried to get Eli to come and help her, but he smelled them because they were stinking. He knew it was more than just her. See, they used her as bait. So of course you know they're going to use a woman and a child because it's going to appeal to your humanity. I ain't with none of that shit.
We should learn.
Call me Kung Fu Eli.
We should learn from history with the Trojan horse.
Helen of Troy.
I mean, that's
what it is. I ain't letting you in.
I think it comes to the point that you just, like I said, survival of the fittest. You gotta understand. Unless now, it's a difference if you you both out in the forest or something, and you seen this person fighting alongside of you, they're like, okay, maybe I could.
Right. And y'all find shelter.
Yeah, okay, that's
together,
cool.
right?
But you knock on my door, I'm not opening it.
It's like I could get mad at somebody.
I can't, and I may die, and y'all will miss me, and on my tombstone it'll say, you know, lover of humanity or something like that. Y'all better put something like some slick shit like that on it, because I can't say, honestly speaking, that I would be able
to not
help someone. Like
I can.
I'm just not. I'm not built like that.
Now, okay, I'm gonna use some scenarios where I might let somebody in. If
I'm your spouse.
If a zombie apocalypse is a horde, I can't just watch somebody get eaten.
can't.
Once the horde leave, you gotta leave. You gotta stand near the door. You're not moving around nowhere else.
I will stand there and watch your
Put a gun to the head, like you stand right here until the horror go away, and then you gotta go.
Leave, you go the opposite direction.
Fuck that. I will watch their ass get ate the fuck up, woman and child. Fuck that. Nope.
I don't have it in me.
I do.
I know.
I'm not a very good person. I'm not a very good person. I realize that. I'm good for humanity now, but in a post-apocalyptic world, I will be negan.
I probably should then stay with you, because the balance between the two of us would probably ensure our survival.
Mill said, man, even the preacher from Turning Point is post-apocalyptic.
Yup. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot.
Only on this show.
I'm telling you, I am not a good person. When it comes to, I would be Negan. Like, seriously.
But you said watch the show, but Negan actually really isn't that. I mean, Negan do things to survive, but he also do things for his community to survive. He don't mind bringing people in. He actually don't mind bringing people in.
Because his community is large.
And that's what I was about to get at.
But it had to get there.
But that's what I was about to get at too. I would also, if he was large enough,
right,
you would stay in a certain quarters until you prove that you can be.
As what Negan does. I am Negan.
But that's what Negan does. Like, makes you prove. You said they couldn't come in. You will get eaten. You were on a plate, motherfucker. Bye.
Not in the beginning. Hell no.
You didn't say the beginning of post-apocalyptic.
And again, you letting them in and they could be infected.
So you make them strip and you check?
Fuck no, I ain't looking at your body. Bitch, beat it. Let me see you in the woods fighting, and let me see how good you can protect yourself.
We've been invited you on. Mills. He's a guy come on the show.
Sure.
Shut up, Mills. Shut the hell up.
Sure.
No, sure, because we done invited him.
Oh.
Multiple times. He was supposed to come and talk about the programs that he does with the kids. Blah, blah,
shaking my head, Mill. Shaking my head.
His business that we always talk about.
Right.
Oh, there's no phone. You gotta talk through the box.
Oh yeah, you didn't give it's too late now. We're doing it anyway. Be like, here, you give me your phones.
Right. We didn't.
There is no phone, but if you want to call in, dial 410-702-5657.
I cannot. There is no phone. But if you want to call.
But if you decide to call, you can dial 410-702-5657.
I cannot with y'all.
I'll be jumping.
I'm hanging up on her.
There is no phone.
Something's wrong with you.
Do not call.
Bob your head, no shaking. I shake. That shaking?
Oh, yeah.
Or is that post-apocalyptic? You got 8 and I'm still safe.
Shoot.
She gotta throw out some salt and pepper for him. Here you go.
Here's some seasoning for that good leg right there.
Oh no, I need that for my meat.
She won't even share the season, so you go down better. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know how to.
if I knocked on your door, right? I got zombies chasing me, right? I know you're not gonna let me in, right?
I know.
Let's say you don't know me.
And
I knock on the door, and I say to you, shoot me. Because I know they're getting ready to kill me. Would you shoot me?
Right in between your eyes.
Well, see, there's your humanity.
Yeah.
It's there.
If you don't want to get ate,
I'll protect myself. I'll take you out.
But I can't let you in.
I'm just saying, like, I mean.
But if you running from zombies, I might let you in.
If I knock on your door and be like, oh my God, zombies about to eat me, and I know you're not gonna let me in, but I don't want to die at them. Would you, can you just kill me? I know y'all got a hot gun up in there.
I wouldn't let you go no further. There was a whole group of y'all. Now y'all asses, y'all better learn how to fight. Y'all better figure that shit out.
I don't know why we think. I'm telling you, it's post-apocalyptic. Every man for themselves. I can be a humanitarian now because we don't have that issue.
I'm not about to say, since we got a few minutes, let's really think about this. Will we be judged by the new rules of being post-apocalyptic? Because there's no rules, there's no society. Or do we still go? Because think about people coming out of society, so nobody can just jump into it's post-apocalyptic. Except for people that's been struggling their whole life, so they don't give a fuck. Like, you ever watch The First Purge?
Mm-hmm. I've been struggling my.
You watched The First Purge, right?
Of course, I seen it.
And the black guy, Scarface, with his, he was ready for it.
Right.
He was
we got
down.
2 minutes, guys. Go ahead.
Man, he was down for it. So I mean, I think it goes back to your mindset. It's.
Who were you before the apocalypse?
I couldn't be that same person. So. This is our end of the show.
We gotta go.
Last words. So for me, for now, I'm a humanitarian. I believe in helping others to continue humanitarian going. Post-apocalyptic world, fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your kids, fuck life. It's all about me and mine. I'm done. Oh, and Cardi B, you a dumbass.
My final thoughts is, when you're younger, you gotta watch what you do. It shit sound cool, and I know people say we gotta survive. And if you do stupid shit, don't. That's the problem with this new age. Y'all tell y'all fucking business. I have to keep
everything in social media. Just
Did you open up the door for motherfuckers to criticize, or knowing that you the biggest star in the world now for somebody to come through and say you did something to them?
Right.
Oh.
That is true.
Go ahead.
It's Wednesday.
Hump Day Discourse.
You know what I'm thinking about.
It's Hump Day. So on that note, thank you for watching. Till next time, stay tuned. Same bat channel, same bat time. Salacious Couch.
Peace. Drop the mic.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something?